So, good evening once more, and welcome to tonight's session. Tonight, we're going to discuss SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, that's what we're going to discuss this night. And I believe since I posted the link, the topic, some of us must have researched about SWOT analysis. And yeah. So can anyone just tell us what he or she understand by SWOT analysis or SWOT? Can anyone try? Paul? Paul, yes, Paul.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
This is actually my first time speaking in this class. So
Everybody should clap for Paul. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
When I was in school at that time, there's a course called International Business and there's a course called Business Policy. SWOT analysis was a very, very important figure talking about those courses because as a manager, because I read business administration and management in school. So if I have to say anything about it, can I please come from that perspective?
Sure, just give us we are educating us based on your perspective, not based on mine.
Okay, sir. Thank you. SWOT analysis is a system that as every businessman you should know and use to stand out and know your what's that, like your competitors in the market. Like you use the S as the strength, the W as the what's that, weakness, then the O is for strength, weakness. I think T is for threat.
Yes.
Then the O is for opportunity. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yeah. So you have to, when you are going into a market, you have to be sure and know the opposition strength. You have to know their weakness. You have to know the opportunity in the market. Then you have to know the threat, like threat, THREAT.
Yeah.
I mean, like that explains the word, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So if you can put that in place, you can actually use that, go into the market, and you will stand out. And then you will not go into the wrong market, and your competitors won't even see your back, because it's like you know what they don't know, and you are using it against them.
Okay, that's very good, Paul.
Thank you.
That's very good. I'm happy you've tried your hand today and you performed well. So you have to we need to see more of you, Paul, because you study business management, and what we are doing here is business analysis. So we need to see more of you. Okute Blessing. After Okute Blessing, then we dive in.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okute, thank you. Paul Okute Blessing, you are raising your hand. Okay. Think Okute Blessing is not aware. Okay, I want to take another person. Daniel, you are raising your hand as well. So after Daniel, then we can dive in.
Okay, good evening, everybody. This is also my first time of speaking.
Good.
In the group.
A round of applause.
Okay. My little knowledge about SWOT analysis entails around an organization that is about to, or that has commenced business in the market environment. The strength, the S stands for the strengths, which are the internal attributes that an organization will have that would surpass its competitors in the market. And such examples can be the goodwill of the organization and the skill force of the organization. While the W is the weakness, these are the internal factors that can affect an organization from striving in the competitive market. And examples of this weakness can be a weak brand image, where an organization does not have a good brand image. It can affect the competitive force of that organization. Then the O is the opportunity. For every organization that's about to go into the business forum, they would have cited one or two opportunities that can make them strive in the market. So they would embark on this opportunity for them to be able to stand out in the business world. Then the last one is the T, which is the threat. Every organization will exhibit various threats, either from the competitors or from the government policies that guide and regulate the business they are going into. So for an organization to be able to strive and come out strong in all these factors, they must be able to identify and understand all the necessary factors that could make them come out strong. That's my explanation.
That was very good. Yeah, that is quite good. You and Paul, this is a very is a first attempt here, but your input is quite commendable. So I need more engagement from you people and more people that have not been active, more engagement. Yeah, you guys, all of you are correct. But one thing you do not understand in SWOT analysis, because both of you are a bit stereotyped about SWOT analysis, but SWOT analysis is beyond organization and beyond business. SWOT analysis can be applied in every aspect of our life. SWOT analysis is a feasibility study technique. If you want to carry out a feasibility study, if you want to take decision, any project you want to run. For instance, Paul now is a bank manager in Zenith Bank, and all of a sudden, Paul wants to migrate to UK with his family. That is a big decision, somebody to have risen to a position of a Zenith Bank manager and want to then migrate to UK with a family. For me, it's a very big decision to take. So for you to, if you are confused or if there's a lot of things appealing to you in UK, you are kind of indecisive on what to do. You don't know whether to leave your job. You have an established job already, steady income, recognition, big man, maybe you even have a driver, then coming to UK. It's a big decision, true or false, people?
True, sir.
So in this scenario, you can just...
True, sir. True, sir.
Yeah, in this situation, you can apply SWOT analysis. You can apply SWOT, looking at what UK presents, what Nigeria presents. What is the strength, the strength of you going to UK? What are the strengths? What are the weakness of going to UK? What are the opportunities? And what are the threats? You look at all those factors. You look at Nigeria, you assess all those things, and after assessing it, you do a balance of approach, apply another technical comparative analysis as well. So SWOT will help you to identify the opportunities and weaknesses, and after identifying the opportunities and weaknesses in the two variables, you can then use comparative analysis to analyze, put both of them in a scale, and you see where you have strengths where I will have more opportunities, and the decision is left for you. So the point I'm making here that SWOT analysis is not only for organization, it's an application that can be, when we talk about application or we talk about a technique or a framework, it means it can be applied anywhere. You know, let's say, let me pick another person here. Constance Anyao have got 2 suitors at the same time. And Constance is confused. Constance don't know what to do. You know, what does Constance need to do? After this business analysis class, Constance, what are you going to do? You got 2 suitors, you are confused, you don't know what to do. What are you going to do? Constance, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, if you after this SWOT analysis class, you've got two suitors. One is a very handsome footballer, and another person is a very top politician, a very international footballer and a top politician, and both of them are young and handsome. You can see that these two young men are very, you know, you're looking at, you'll be, the decision at this point is very difficult, you know? So you can just apply SWOT, you know? So you see how SWOT can be applied in different areas of life. SWOT help you to take decision. That is it. Very simple, but very powerful. In the case of a bank manager migrating to UK, yeah, you know, maybe you look at your family. Number one is that you look at your position. This is a very big position, but to rise to this, the rank of a bank manager is not easy. But you look at moving your family, you are not considering yourself at this point. Maybe you are considering the future of your family. Then another thing is considering your age when you'll be migrating to UK. Are you young enough to start life afresh? So even if you, because life of your children, if you are very rich, you can, when your children want to travel, you can send them abroad. So there is a lot of decision to take here. All you need to do is start listing all these things, start listing out. After listing, then you do a balance of probability and place them in a scale, and it's going to help you to take quick and quality decision. Just like the Constance own, place the 2 young men based on what you want, consider this, consider that. You will, before you know it, you've taken decision. But if you don't know, if you don't have any quality tool or technique to carry out decision, you will go and they will tell you to go and start praying. You know, when you are praying, a lot of, you don't even know which one will be talking to you. Because we are praying, you don't know, you know, you go to this church. So that is SWOT for you. SWOT is very, very important for us to understand it and know how to apply it. The point I'm making is that, yes, it's certain, we've already understood that we can apply it in the organization. That one is standard. But another thing I want you to understand is that it goes beyond just organization, can be applied anywhere. So let's dive into our lesson notes to see what SWOT is all about and pick it from there. And yeah. So looking at this diagram or this table, we see is a grid where we have strengths, we have weakness, we have opportunities, we have threats. In every aspect of business, in every aspect of life, these four scenarios will always be there. Looking at the strengths, commitment of shareholders to quality and needed resources. We are looking from the point of an organization. Strong and experts, internal and external consultants. These are quality, these are strengths. Companies that possess this kind of factors, these are part of their strengths. Lean and flat structure management. The implementation of modern ERP system, these are strengths of an organization. Then let's look at weaknesses. Lack of established governance policies and procedures. Limited space to cover current event and workshop. See their weaknesses. High marketing expenses and operating costs. Weak connections with old customers. That is weaknesses of a company, and be any company, any organization. Opportunities. High demand for the services offered by the company. When your company is in high demand, is a very big opportunity, means you are growing. Increase in customer base due to the competitive pricing strategy. High potential for economic growth in the local market. Decreasing competition from the other companies. This is opportunities. When you're having decreasing competition, it means you are taking over the market or the other companies are winding up. Then we have threats. The increase in cost of utilities and transport. Uncertainty of global markets. The new regulations set up by the government and shortage of manpower and other resources. So you look at, these are various threats that can become challenges. These are risk challenges. Some of these threats pose challenges to the company. So, and it's very, very important to identify all the weaknesses and threats. So these are areas you can actually work on to improve your weaknesses and address the challenges. And the area of strength, you consolidate your strengths, and opportunities, you take advantage of all the opportunities presented in the market. So this can be applied in every market. You can apply it in every project. Every project you must have, for instance, you are planning to implement an ERP or a CRM solution for a company. You can identify challenges within that, solution or a particular CRM or ERP over another. If you are trying to make a choice, you can apply SWOT analysis. And in the case of Niara, it's a very beautiful case study where we need to use to really understand how to apply SWOT in an organization. So, SWOT analysis is a strategic planning tool used to identify and evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats associated with projects or organization. Like I said, projects. So it's not only just the whole organization expansion, any project This analysis helps organizations to understand their internal capabilities and external capabilities, external environment, facilitating informed decision. When you understand all these capabilities, then it's going to be easy for you to take informed decision. We're going to use NEARAS as a case study to do this SWOT analysis and understand SWOT analysis very well, because it's a project we're already working on. And when we started this project, I know we're going to need something like SWOT analysis, but that time we've not, we just treated SWOT analysis as a project manager, not as a business analyst. So now, as a business analyst, you know, you are a consultant. So let's look at SWOT analysis in our projects. This project, NEARA expansion or NEARA user acquisition project. Okay, NEARAS.com is a social media platform in Nigeria that aims to enhance user engagement and grow its user base by acquiring 100 million users in 2 years, or through a strategic partnership with social media influencers. These projects include offering a percentage of shares to influencers based on the number of users they can bring to the platform. Okay, we've seen the scenario now. How NEARAS have already made a plan that they want to enter Nigeria market by fire by force, you know, and anything that are ready to, you know, block their way, they are ready to even to give out their shares. When a company is giving out their shares, it means it is aggressive business approach. But aggressive business approach like that can equally have its own shortcoming. But let's apply SWOT analysis to understand this business approach that NEARA is trying to dive in. So let's say NEARAs have now hired consultants. All of you are consultants now. Presented this, their decision. They are really struggling on what to do at this point, because the only way they think they can use to enter this market is through the offering of shares. They've presented this to you as a consultant to analyze and advise them as a business analyst. Then the first thing we're applying is SWOT. Let's look at the strength of this particular project. First, established platform. NEARA.com already has functional social media platform providing a foundation for user acquisition. So that is number one strength. The platform is already existing. So it's no longer just mere wishful, you know, thinking. Then integration with payment system. The marketplace is integrated with popular payment platforms such as Flutterwave, Paystack, PayPal, Stripe, facilitating smooth transaction for users and vendors. So this is another good point. This is very strong for them. Then innovative incentive structure, offering shares to influencers create a compelling incentive for collaboration and aligns their interests with the NEARA. So giving this offering is something that has not been done before, just to get users their offer. So it's a bit of innovative. They are thinking out of the box. Okay. Targeted user engagement. Leveraging influencers with significant follower base help in reaching a large audience quickly. So this is a strength if this can be leveraged very well. If this can be, you know, they can take advantage of these influencers. This is the quickest way for them to get the users within their platform. Then we have diverse influential tier system. The multi-tier system, both top, middle level, small, micro influencers, allow for a wide range of influencers, partnership, increasing the likelihood of engagement. So this is not only for top tier influencers. Is balanced, that everybody is taking care of. They carry every influencer. They carry everybody along. So it's not the approach is not, or the strategy is not for a dedicated group of people. So it's a diversified approach or strategy. So let's say this is a key strength they have. Here we can see that this incentive is innovative, can be strength at this point. Let's look at other weaknesses of this strategy. Okay, weaknesses. Number one is equity dilution. Offering 20% of total equity might deter potential investors due to perceived loss of control. You know, giving 20% is very high for a company that just starting. Giving out up to 20% to influencers is high. And knowing that not only influencers or users alone, Nearest need serious injection of capital in the system to get the system to compete effectively with other social media platforms. And giving out only 20% for user acquisition, this is a big dilution, and they started losing control over the company at this stage. So this can be considered as a weakness. Dependence on influencers, relying heavily on influencers for user acquisition might lead to variable results based on their effectiveness. So if the influencers are not effective, it might be a serious drawback to the company or to the strategy. Limited brand recognition. As a relatively new platform, Nearest.com may struggle to compete against established players in the market. Scalability concern. Rapid user acquisition may strain current infrastructure and customer support system, leading to decline in user experience. So these are key weaknesses we've identified at this point. We can go forward to identify more strengths and more weaknesses, but you can see that we're already looking at the strengths and weaknesses, and they are real. Okay, let's look at opportunities available. Growing digital markets. With the rise of internet usage and digital platform in Nigeria, there is a significant opportunity for user growth. Internet penetration and smartphone penetration in Nigeria is at a very high speed rise. They are rising very fast. And this is a very good advantage. It's an opportunity that needs to be tapped by any serious businessman, and it's an opportunity for Nearest. Partnership with local businesses. Collaborating with local businesses for promotion and sponsorship can enhance visibility and user acquisition. That is another opportunity that Niaras can tap, because Niara is a local-based platform, community-based platform. They can target local vendors, local businessmen, every group within, because it's a community-based. We are preaching community. So we target local businesses within our community to collaborate with and partner with. Is another way. So these local businessmen doing their business in Niaras is a very good way. Standing out within your community, you know your people within your community, there's credibility. For instance, now, if there is within an estate, there is a woman selling, let's say, moi moi within an estate, and the woman in the estate creates a group within Niara.com and starts selling moi moi that online. People within the estate will be ordering. They already know the woman. The woman is not going to run away. So all you need is, no matter how large the estate, the woman can just, people will placing order online, and the woman can just be driving around delivering within the estate. This is a local business woman, and this has made him can make her so visible within that estate, selling. So any other person, even if you're like some people who are making their haymakers, all these ladies are doing their makeup artist, you can create a community in Niara within your local neighborhood, and they already know you. So they are not going to be saying, who is this person? They already know you. They know your credit. And Niara will give them opportunity to access you and you to showcase yourself very well. For those who doesn't know you, they will have. So this is the importance of partnering with local businesses. So it's a very big opportunity that can be, tapped. Expansion beyond social media. There's potential for diversity offerings like e-commerce, digital banking, and professional services. Like Niara is already considering other businesses within their ecosystem, like we can say Niara Pay, Niara Bank, or Niara Services. This is other areas they can, expand outside just social media, and using their name. They are already popular, and the brand is already standing out. So anything attached to Niara is going to sell markets. You see that? So that's an opportunity. Then we have economic empowerment initiative. Bringing these local businesses and entrepreneurs closer to Niara and establishing a digital bank or a microfinance bank in the name of Niara, you can start providing grant or small loans to small businesses, and this can foster community goodwill and drive users for the platform. You see opportunities, a lot of opportunities here that we have envisaged that can come out from Niara. So we've seen the threats, we've seen the strengths, we've seen the weakness, then we've seen the opportunities. Then let's look at the threat available for Niaras here. Intensive competition. The social media landscape is highly competitive. With established platforms like these are giants. You can't push these people around. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, these are giants in the industry. So for you to be a good businessman, you must recognize that these people are there and they are not smiling. Every day, Facebook is advancing with, within their technology and within their ecosystem. A lot of things are coming out. They are venturing into AI. How can NIARA compete with this kind of tech giant? So this is a big threat for them. Regulatory challenges. Navigating the Nigerian regulatory environment, especially concerning data privacy and financial services, can pose challenges. All of us knows that. As we are talking about NIARAs, globally is about data, data usage, data consumption. This is all about NIARA. And our business is a business of data. All this social media content, all these people's doing businesses, you see, making payments, all these things involves sensitive data. And data protection issue globally is something every company should take seriously. So it's another threat. And trying to venture into banking in Nigeria, we see the way the regulation gets tightened up on daily basis. Are we ready to, face these challenges? That is the threat. You must have to identify these threats. You don't shy away from identifying the threats you are facing. It might be scary, but you need to identify them. Market saturation. The proliferation of new platforms may dilute user interest and engagement, making user acquisition more challenges. As we are coming into the market, there's other entrepreneurs trying to enter the market like you. So it's not only you. So these are something you need to put at the back of your mind. So changing consumer behavior, shifts in social media trend and user preference can impact the effectiveness of influential marketing strategies. So this is how to use SWOT analysis. You see the way this company called Nearas.com have used SWOT analysis to dissect this project they are trying to go into. They've seen their challenges, but if we didn't apply SWOT analysis, we can just dive into the market. Let's go and get influencers. Let's just give them our shares, and that's it, without considering the threats and the weaknesses. But even if we are scared we can see a lot of opportunities within the market, and this is something that should be a motivation to us as well. And looking at our strength, we already have established market already, so it's no longer a wishful thinking. The platform is already existing. So all we need to do is keep on firing on our strategy, keep on refining our strategies, and keep pushing. We have a market that is already solid on ground. So that is it. You see the way we apply this SWOT analysis. So in conclusion here, based on NIARAS, the SWOT analysis of the NIARAS user acquisition project reveal a mix of strengths and opportunities that can be leveraged for success. However, it also highlights critical weaknesses and threats that needs to be addressed through careful planning and strategic execution. By understanding these factors, Niara.com can enhance its user acquisition strategy and position itself effectively in the competitive landscape. So if you are a business analyst and you've done these feasibility studies, applying this SWOT analysis, coming up with this analysis and concluding it this way, your company should be able to have some respect for you. Okay. Now let's look at some questions here before we start going down. Okay. How can Miara's strength and weakness, how can Miaras.com strengthen its weakness to ensure successful user acquisition? What specific opportunities should Miara prioritize to differentiate itself in the market? How can the project mitigate the threat identified in the SWOT analysis? You've done the first stage of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is there to help you identify threats. You help identify weaknesses. When you identify weakness, what do? If you are somebody, I said it yesterday, if you don't know how to talk so much like me, you must try to, is a weakness if you want to become somebody like a business analyst, because a business analyst is a customer facing role. You don't hide to become a business analyst. You don't hide to become a project manager. As a developer, yes, you can just go somewhere and hide and be doing your coding. But this business analysis, project management, these are leadership positions. If you find some of these skills things in you, soft skills, you have to empower yourself. You need to strengthen those weaknesses. Now we have identified weaknesses in Miaras. We have to work on those weaknesses. We can't just let it be. We can't just ignore it. So we've equally pointed out a lot of opportunities, but do we just jump into the opportunities? Then we have to prioritize the opportunities to make sure that we are starting from the most affordable one, most lucrative, the one who have the capability. Yeah, we've seen such areas like banking. Where are we ready to venture into banking now? So we have to prioritize opportunities based on what we can do at the moment. Then, how can the project mitigate the threat? We already identified some of these threats. How do we mitigate all these threats? Like a data issue. Some of these threats need to be mitigated. So how do we do that? And that is another question coming to you guys before we proceed. So I need engagement on this. So I need engagement. Omotala, I want you've not been you've been quiet. I want you to say something. Omotala Adeshina. Okay, Omotala is not here. Okay, let me just make it open. If you want to contribute, you raise your hand. Or is it that we do not understand what is going on here? Have I been talking to myself? Am I on mute, class? Am I on mute?
No, sir. We can hear you.
Is this too much to understand? Is it too difficult? Let me know. Okay, Mary, talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Yeah, please. Thank you for speaking, but be a bit audible.
Okay. Am I Do I sound louder now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the first question, I just want you to just address just make contribution on how can NIARA strengthen its weaknesses to ensure successful user acquisition? Because we've identified that the weakness here is equity dilution. That is the weakness.
Okay.
Or do you want me to bring down the weakness? So like
yeah, bring it down a bit for me.
Okay, let me bring down the weakness so you can see it very well. Yeah,
Okay.
that is the weakness. So you can look at it and talk.
Okay. So according to the weaknesses that we have here, we have equity dilution, we have dependencies, we have limited brand recognition, we have scalability concerns. Okay, so one of the things I think that NIARAs can do as well is, since this equity dilution, we're offering 20% to these influencers, we can also devise another strategy that we can use to substitute this 20%, thereby reducing this 20% to something lower in order to give, to leave the other percentage for better opportunities. Now, NIARAs as a platform, we're already having a monetization policy. However, even these people that are coming, they are coming to get these shares, these influencers, even with the shares that they are going to get from NIARAs, they are still going to be monetized. Yeah. So if we try to, step down this equity a little bit, they will still buy the offer. Actually, the upcoming influencers, the local influencers that we're going to, approach, a lot of them would still buy this opportunity. The only thing I feel that we should do is we make our monetization policies a little bit more flexible than other platforms. Now we know that, okay, Facebook used to monetize, they just started monetizing Nigeria recently. Before, you can before they used to do this thing that before you monetize your Facebook account, you have to find somebody in the UK, to open your account for you and run your account from there. It's just recently they started monetizing like the normal monetization. TikTok as well, they do this monetization thing, but they do it, through, gift cards when you're on live and, other things. But the main content creators and the monetization that they get from their views and their engagement, a lot of them require people in the US or in the UK to, open these accounts for them, and they run it like a UK account. So I feel that if we can step down a bit, this 20% a bit, then make our monetization policy a bit flexible, we'll be able to still sell these things to them. We'll be able to still sell NIARAs to them. And as we're doing it as well, another thing we need to do is, pick out some of the few weaknesses that other platforms have and leverage on it. For instance, let me say, people like LinkedIn is, for instance, LinkedIn is just, for people who are doing like job searches, corporate things.
Professionals.
Yeah, professionals. Yes, those are the people on LinkedIn. Now, there are things that you can do on LinkedIn that you can't do it on Facebook. You can, in as much as LinkedIn is not versatile, but there are still things that you can do on LinkedIn. If you do it on Facebook or on TikTok, people just look at you and they pass, because that's not what is really happening there. So this is their own niche. So I feel that as a platform, if we can reduce this equity, leverage on our monetization policy, then find a little bit of the weaknesses in other platforms and step up on them. Now, I work in an organization where most times we try to sell a product to a customer. You don't leverage on what other people are doing. You leverage on what you are doing that other people are not doing. This is what makes you sell better. This person can be offering like 10 things more than you're offering. You can be offering 2 things that they've not thought of offering. And then there's somebody who wants it and they want to come. Now they're not going to abandon that platform totally for your platform. No, but they are going to be there because they are going to get this thing here, but they will not get it there. Just the way that people come to Instagram for engagement, then they put up a short video, but they know that Instagram is not going to pay them. YouTube is going to pay them, but they know that people don't come to YouTube. So they put up a short video on Instagram. Then they say to watch the remaining video, you can go to YouTube. Then they direct you back to the YouTube where they are going to make the money.
Thank you, Mary. You've just there's a very wonderful analysis. So let's just appreciate Mary. That's very good. I really appreciate that. Well done, Mary. So that's very good one. Okay. Let's take one from Paul. You've had an opportunity to speak today. So let me pick another one, and let me pick for Alex, and for let's be fast so that we can move faster.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
So I just want to suggest on this weakness, this equity dilution, reducing the 20% to me may not be appropriate, because anybody want to render a service, it will need value, like a reward for the service. So, and these people need to be like convinced that truly they can get value for their service. And one of the best way that NERAs can do that, which I felt Mr. Charles mentioned before, is LSA. That is a service level agreement, which is a document that outlines commitment between a service provider and the client. So when this is signed, and then maybe NERAs as engage an influencer, 1 or 2, and they see that there's commitment from them. So this will also deter the perceived loss of control. So I believe that can be done to actually solve that problem.
Okay, thank you for your contribution, Alex. Okay, we've spoken about weaknesses. Now let's talk about opportunities. Let's look at the question again about opportunity, because we have 3 areas we are interacting on. The first question, let's not the 2 people that contributed on trying to strengthen the weaknesses, make good contribution. Then let's look at what specific opportunities should be prioritized. Priority is which one do we give the most attention? Prioritization. Looking at all these we have 4 solid opportunities. Which one should we prioritize? Which one should be our number 1 goal? And tell us the reason. So let's get from other people. I need contribution as well. More engagement. Stephanie, yes. Let's take it from you. Stephen, sorry, not Stephanie, Stephen.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Charles. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
So with respect to the opportunities, I think that partnership with local businesses should be prioritized. And that's basically because businesses can grow based on trust. So if we have a trust value as one of our pillars, which also stems from people's awareness of themselves, of the environment, of the value proposition, then I think that we'll have a closely knit community that can grow organically. And with respect to the weaknesses, while I personally will not suggest reducing the equity available, I think that a buyback clause can be introduced. So when you have the influencers who have gotten these shares, perhaps as the number of users grow, you might want to influence them or incite them to buy back the shares from them, thereby returning, reducing the valuation of the shares. I think that those approaches will help sustain the growth of the platform. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Stephen, for your contribution. I love your contribution based on the partnership with the local business people. That's very good, valid point. Let's hear from Joy as well. Joy Ekemezie.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Joy.
Okay. Concerning what we should the priority for opportunity, I'll take economic empowerment initiatives, because considering our environment, our economy now, as in considering Nigeria economic now, everybody needs to engage in one trade or the other, or in one thing or the other to, to meet up ends meet. That's the most important thing to any individual right now, considering the economic and everything. So when someone come up to you and say that they are offering you so amount of money to start business, it's as if you have made the person day, or you've made the person here. And that kind of thing can make people, and if we prioritize that particular point, that can make people to come to the platform, and that will make people to even tell other people that look at what is happening in this platform. If you sign in, if you do this one, if you do that one, you're going to get this grant, you're going to get this loan. And it will make people to even tell other people that look at what is happening, come to this platform, and it will engage users. It will introduce new, both old, new, and anybody can come into the platform. So I think prioritizing economic empowerment initiative is the number one point for us if we are going to look at increasing user base in Neara's platform.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's a good one from you, Joy. Okay, I'll take another contribution from Joy. You can put yourself on mute now. So let's take another contribution from AW Ezendo, and then we'll look at the final question.
So good evening, everyone. I also want to ride on what Joy, said regarding the opportunities for Neara's platform, talking about economic empowerment and initiative. I think that should also be like a focal point, for the platform, given looking at the situation of the country. Most people are actually looking out for opportunities. This platform can actually be a platform for empowerment. Now, when she was talking, I was thinking about cooperative societies. This platform can actually be introduced to cooperative society, because if you look at every other platform, it's about doing personal business, it's about doing one form of social media activity or the other. But if we have Neara's as a platform that focuses on empowerment by engaging cooperative societies in different sectors of the economy, talking about real estate, talking about even smaller businesses, as it speaks to, as what do you call it, partnership with local businesses also speaks to. I think it will give the platform a niche, in the economy. So I think looking at it from that angle, economic empowerment initiative is key. And doing this, we also touch on so many different sectors of the economy, and they will truly see this platform as a platform that drives empowerment, that drives businesses, that drives collaboration, cooperatives, cooperation and all that. So basically, that's what I think. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Eisen. You enjoy. You guys made. I think this opportunity is a very hot topic, and it's something we should take seriously. And for the purpose of this hotness, I'll take one more. I'll take Deborah, and then we'll move on. Let's see a contribution. We're just capturing contribution, and then. Okay, I think Deborah.
I'm here, sir.
Okay, be fast, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. So, I've listened to what everyone said, and they're all great ideas. Also, for the economic empowerment, one question I just want us to have at the back of our mind is, what is the clause tied to the economic empowerment? What does .com stand to gain, right? Because this is also, apart from providing customer satisfaction and all of that, also what is the company's gain in all of this? And also, this is like a new platform, right? So starting off with grants and loans, I don't think that's sustainable if we look at it on the long run. One of the suggestions I would like to give is we can push neras.com growth through grassroots development. So we can push the spread or expansion of neras through grassroots, for example, through universities, right? Because that's where we have quite a number of people. If you look at schools like Unilag, we have like 40,000 students and all of that. And these are people that are social media freaks, if I would use that word. So I'm thinking we can storm schools. So instead of, yes, the influencer thing is also a good idea, but considering the 20%, I think 20% is high, right? It's high. So we can also push the expansion through universities. We storm into schools. We do, I don't know, probably collaborate with the SUG teams. It's going to cost us some money, but compared to how much we are willing to give out to influencers, in terms of shares, I think the money aspect is more feasible, or it will be more, will I say, cost effective for neras.com. And then we are also bringing neras.com to the heart of the people that would actually need this platform, right? So we have students come out. We can maybe do it like a concert. I've seen, when I was in school, I've seen different companies come to school, introduce their products, and the turnout was massive. Now, when we have this products introduced to schools, then we can now tie the clause of this economic empowerment initiative. For example, we can have, probably do a raffle draw or something. I don't have it put together, but maybe do a raffle draw where we are able to pay school fees, even if it's 50% of the school fees. But whatever these people would want to do to be able to win that economic empowerment of probably providing grants for their school fees, it has to be tied to Nera's platform, something that would, cause people to, come into that platform or sign up to Neras and all of that. So I really don't have it put together, but that's just what I think. So we have about, if you look, we have about 100 schools in Nigeria. So imagine if we take maybe 6 months, or I don't know, maybe 6 months, 9 months to go through these schools. And we also have we have people in different parts of Nigeria, different regions. So we can also use our students, to go into these schools, do a proper groundwork, and also, launch out neras.com platform in schools where we know that this is where we have like the heart of young people and social media freaks that will be wanting to use, the neras.com platform. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Deborah, that's a very good analysis, So you are identifying more opportunities, opportunity that can even solve other problems. That's quite good analysis. So kudos to all of you that have contributed. I like everybody's analysis. Because of time, we are not going to be taking more questions on opportunities. So nearest.com platform belongs to us, so we must have a dedicated time to discuss this opportunity, not just on the platform of SWOT analysis, but all these opportunities we have identified and more opportunities for scalability and other things. We have to talk about them with a dedicated time to talk about it and how to move on. But for me, based on the opportunities we presented here, if I'm to do the prioritization, I think looking at economic empowerment is good, but what I'm saying, but here you look, we need to give loans, and we are planning to tie that to our microfinance bank, which we have not started. That is number one. So, and again, we cannot just start giving out grants and loan. We cannot just say anybody. So we have to first partner with local businesses. And this local business we partner with, we identify the serious one and start supporting them by giving them loans, giving them all this incentive to grow grants. So to start with is to start identifying local business to partner with. So when people see what we are doing, how we are partnering with local businesses, more local businesses will come. More local businesses will want to do well for recognition, because we can't just see a lot of scammers will come just for them to take money and go home. We need to look at businesses that have already established. We take it from there before we start looking for more businesses to empower. This will help us to make this sustainable. Then we can give grant. Then in terms of loan, we make it that before you get our loan, your business must be running in NIARA. So we must see your transaction in NIARAs. And we are not going to wait for you to come and pay your loan. Your loan will do it in such a way that it's going to be getting little deduction from what you are making from all the transaction, because money is coming in, money is coming out, and money. So from that transaction, that small loan, you will not even feel that you are paying back that loan. And before you know it, the loan will be already taken away. So, and we cannot do it without a business that is already established, no matter how small they are. I used a woman selling moi as an example. I'll give another example. There's this woman, this real life, this woman where I used to live in Enugu in Independence Layout. This woman sells abacha. I don't know if some of you might not know what is abacha. But this abacha is very, very good. People come from within the whole of Independence Layout. Independence Layout is big. People even come from outside Independence Layout to buy this woman's abacha. At times, a lot of people will come and they will become disappointed because they will drive all the way, they will come, and it happened that the woman is already finished selling. At times, they will call on phone. At times, the woman will miss call because it's busy people. So in a situation like this, Independence Layout is like an estate. It's bigger than an estate. It's very big, but it's a community. We know it's a community because we have a lot of things we do in common, both security, discussion, a lot of things. So, and that woman is very prominent. It's a very small, some people might be looking down that where that woman sells that abacha is just a bacha, we call it bacha, small kiosk. And that is it. So that woman can become a local business. A NIARA can identify, promote that business. So people can actually be placing order at this abacha order from NIARAs. And this woman can even start going out for delivery. Get a delivery person and be going out as people are booking orders, you are delivering, because most people that comes there comes to buy and go home. They don't eat there. These are big, big men. They don't just come to there. Some of them will say they are drivers. Instead of that, you just relax in your living room, you place order, and the woman's delivery person will come and deliver for you, and that's it. That kind of business, we can support that kind of business because that woman have credibility. We can even support the woman to open another line of food from that abacha. We can tell the woman to start selling maybe bole. You know what we mean, bole? Plantain, roasted plantain with that abacha. So these are kind of, and they roasted yam with opaka. And so these are kind of local food people enjoy so much. You cannot get this kind of food when you go to all these fancy food eateries. So, and people crave for this. So you can empower this kind of person, but you have to start by, you see the way I've identified this local person and I'll partner with her and I'll start supporting her with loan. So you can see how we can tie these two opportunities, partnering with local businesses and economic empowerment initiative. So these two can be tied together and we can prioritize on these two and it's going to be boom. So that is it. So let's quickly capture the threats and then we'll look at other things involved before we close. So the last question says, how can projects mitigate the threat identified? We have identified some threats here. Some of the threats is intense competition. So let's look at this. We're not going to waste time on this, but we still need to talk about it. So I will just allow one person to talk because I'm monitoring our time. The time is fast running. I don't know anybody who is raising hand, or should I just move on? Nobody? Okay. Stephen? Yeah, Stephen is on fire this night.
Okay, so with respect to the threats, I think I would like to speak on the regulatory challenges with specific reference to data privacy. So I think that when you want to build trust, for people to trust your platform, there are certain things that will need to be done. So if I'm doing some financial transactions, maybe using card payment, I want to be sure that I'm maybe PCI DSS certified. And then I've also followed the guidelines of maybe the NDPR, and then I have perhaps like a ribbon or a certificate where I put on the platform to make people know that, okay, this platform has satisfied those regulatory requirements. It gives people a lot more confidence that, yes, I'm able to communicate freely, my data is safe and secure, my privacy will not be violated, and then I can also transact without fear that my details will not be exposed. So perhaps on somewhere on the platform, you have more like a ribbon, and then it's maybe gold ribbon or something that attracts people. And then once they click on it, you can now have the certificate to say, you know what, we are PCI DSS certified, we are NDPR certified, the transactions that can be safe, seamless, without fear. I think that will help. Thank you.
All right, that's very good. I agree with you. So in order to tackle the regulatory compliance, every matter about data protection and security, we need to take it seriously, and we need to make it visible that we actually are compliant and we are serious about any kind of cyber threats. We are serious about security. Compliance, we need to have a dedicated team, you know, for compliance. It's very, very important. Like one of our platform, foodtracker.com, yeah, we had issue because we run out of compliance with CAC. We didn't know that there were this thing, and because we didn't have a dedicated CAC compliance team, and we run out. Well, we lost a lot of customers and vendors already while trying to sort out, because when we had issue with the CAC compliance, when you have issue with CAC, it's going to affect a lot of things with you. Some of our third-party partners like Flutterwave, Paystack were disconnected from our platform. We can't process payment. You see, this have started affecting us. So this compliance goes beyond just data protection. It has a lot of things to do. So we need to have a good and dedicated compliance team, making sure that everything about compliance, both data, regulation, and other things, we are fully compliant. So it's a good one where we need to start targeting. So we are not going to talk about them one by one. So let's look at what we've captured already on how to tackle some of these challenges we've mentioned earlier. So on the issue of weaknesses, strengthening the weaknesses, we've already captured some of the things we need to do. So on the equity dilution, strategic partnership, instead of diluting equity, Nearas.com can consider partnership with influencers that offer performance-based incentives, such as commission on sales generated through their referrals. So when they are bringing referral, so it means in this way, this is what we are trying to implement in some of our other platforms, where agents will be, and when agents are like in GoCabo, something we are looking at, working on it, implementing it. When agents bring, if you become one of our agents, if you bring certain amount of drivers, then you'll be getting commission. Those drivers, they'll be working on daily basis. So you'll be getting commission based on every time they go to work. You'll be, but it's going to, you as the agent that brought them into the system, you become an agent, making sure that you resolve some of their issues, kind of, you look after them, but you'll be getting commission based on what they do. In that aspect, we are not giving the agent any kind of equity, but they are happy because it's immediate gain. So we can look at situation like that where influencers, they are bringing, we are serious about Nearas becoming an e-commerce social media platform as a hub, for activities. And when such is happening, you see that you will look at small activities, but you look at it at a long run, you see that these influencers will be generating a lot of money. Or not only influencers, you might even go beyond influencers. Anybody serious-minded business people can become, but we're just talking about influencers because of their user base, the amount of people they are already controlling. So commission based on every sale, every activity is something, so we can use to substitute that. Alternative incentive. Explore non-equity incentives such as cash bonus, exclusive access to features, or marketing support to motivate influencers without sacrificing shares. We have a lot of features, like pro features in our system. Some of these pro features is money. You use money to, all of us know about pro features already. You need to subscribe in order to make use of those pro features. And those pro features, you can leverage it and give access to some of these influencers. They can have access, make use of pro features as a way of compensating them for the people they are bringing into the platform. So we're looking at other areas which we can use to substitute the equity dilution. But even if we need to, at long run, we can say, okay, even if we need to give equity, we'll say if an influencer can bring amount of these people and say that the influencer is actually influencing in the platform, we can give out equity, but not like the first step is to give out equity we can give out equity based on their performance. So these are things we are looking at, not just outright equity. We can try this first. If it doesn't work, then equity dilution can become our last resort. If after trying other strategies and they are not working, we can say, well, we've tried our best and we can see that it's not working. Like this commission or other strategies we're talking about, all this commission on sales, if they are not working through referrals, they are not working, then we can say, okay, equity. So with this, we can say equity will become our last resort, or option B when the option A is not working. So dependence on influencer, diversify market strategy, implement a multi-channel marketing approach that includes social media advertising, content marketing, and grassroots campaign to reduce reliance on influencers. So we relying on influencers alone might be difficult. So if anything happens that influencer is not working, we might be stranded. So we must, in terms of we must have diversified approach to this recruitment. Looking at grassroots campaign, which Deborah made a mention. Grassroots is like universities are hot spots. They are very hot. Don't play with these people. Once they gang up for you, you are there. And if they gang up against you, you are gone. So we can target these people, grassroots, like you said, that they are social media freak. They are virtually living their life on social media. So these are the people we need to grassroots and try to, strike them, not just targeting them on social media. You can go to them, meet them at their respective area within the grassroots level. Okay, user-generated content. Encourage existing users to share their experience and promote the platform, building community-driven marketing strategy that doesn't solely depend on influencer. Okay. For some of you that have been watching somebody like let's say some of these churches are using it a lot, where people will come to give testimonies. Testimony is a very big way of doing promotion. During the time of TB Joshua, TB, almost everything is in a TV, Emmanuel TV. People come to give live testimony, and it inspires a lot of people to start following the man. A lot of people followed the church because people came to testify about the goodness of Lord within the TV, at the social arena, TV, and things like that. And now, looking at this young pastor, Pastor Jerry, you see, is because of a lot of people get to know and start following and start because of testimonies. So people can actually, when people talk about you, word of mouth is very, very powerful. So we can leverage on such experience where people can come talk about their experience, and it's another way, not that we are not going to use influencer, but we need to reduce our high dependence on these influencers. We need to be diversified. Okay, limited brand recognition. Brand awareness campaign. Launch targeted campaign to build brand recognition, focusing on the unique features, value proposition, and benefits of Nearest.com. Community engagement. Actively participate in local events, workshops, and trade fair to increase visibility and connect with potential users and vendors. So this community engagement is something that's going to be very powerful. Coming out to meet the people is just like, what other social medias are not doing. All the other social media, they are just there on the internet. They don't come out. But we can come out. We can become a hybrid community where we're operating in the social media, in the internet, and we equally have a stronghold in the outdoor activities, physical presence. We can make it happen. And it's something others don't do. You cannot see these other giants coming out, although we see people using them, coming out, organizing themselves on their own, but they do not even support them. Then we have scalability concern, infrastructure investment, invest in scalable technologies and customer support system to accommodate rapid user growth, ensure a smooth user experience, and then feedback mechanism. Implement regular feedback loop with users to identify pain points and areas for improvement, ensuring that the platform evolves to meet users' need. And then prioritization. The prioritization here before we did our discussion is target campaign for underdeserved demographics. There's some areas that are not well captured. Focus on underdeserved region and demographics that may be transitioning to platform, tailoring marketing efforts to their specific need and interests. Some people are not represented very well in this era. So we are some of this area that people are saturated already. Some of it might be difficult at times, to convince them. So we need to look at underserved demographics as well. Mobile first strategy as the mobile usage continues to rise in Nigeria, we must optimize the platform to be mobile user friendly, ensuring a seamless experience that caters to the audience. When people cannot access our mobile, so we have to leverage on making sure that our platform are available within both Apple Store, Play Store, and within the best technology. That's one other thing we need to work on, which we are really working on. Then partnership with local business. When we have good mobile technology already in existence, we then can come down to partnership with local business. Local business promotion, develop programs that allow local business to promote their product at Niara.com, driving traffic to the platform while supporting local economy. So we are going to support local businessmen, local economies, more especially the existing one. There's a lot of local business that have been existing before us. We are going to find them, fish them out, identify them, work with them. Before others, yes, we are going to encourage others to start businesses. But before you can start entrepreneurship, SMEs, starting new businesses, we must first identify the existing one. Because a lot of people that might come when we start supporting might be scam. So let's support these existing ones before diving into making it open that when you just come in, you are come to access grants. Then affiliate program, create affiliate marketing opportunities for local businesses to incentivize them to promote Niaras.com. So these local businesses, once they be bringing people in, they will be getting incentive based on the people they bring into the platform. And with that, support them as well. Then exposition beyond social media. Develop marketplace. If separate from social media platform, develop a robust e-commerce marketplace with features like delivery option, product rating, and user review. So over time, our marketplace needs to be developed. We know that it belongs to Niara, but it's outside Niara, a full-fledged social media like Amazon, where we do high lifting, where we do heavy lifting, like business to business, you know. Like you see what is going on in Alibaba. Alibaba is business to be a lot of business operation is going on in Alibaba. So we need to do a hybrid approach where we do business to business and business to customer as well. So that is it. And then financial service integration, use existing source code. For Niara, we have a Niara Pay, which is already fully waiting for takeoff, you know, as a financial microfinance. It's already in existence. So we just were waiting at the right time and it's going to do boom. So offer financial service like micro finance, loan, savings accounts, you know, that appeal to small and medium enterprise and individuals. So this is how we are going to start this loan, because we are not going to start running loan on another bank or another financial institution. We are just driving traffic for them while we have our own in our roadmap. So we need to wait when we are ready for that, and then we can start giving loan through our own bank, such as Nearest Pay. And then once we have a good, robust microfinance or digital bank, then economic empowerment will then set in. Empowerment workshop, organize workshop and training session for SMEs on how to effectively use the platform, market their product, and access financial resources. And then collaborative grant program, partner with NGOs and government agencies to offer grant and support to small and medium, linking them with NERAs for promotion. This is how we plan to prioritize these opportunities. It's still subject to refining as we're moving. And then the mitigation of the threat, intense competition. Under the intense competition, we know about this. So unique value proposition, we need to have a clearly defined and communicate the unique feature of nearest.com that differentiates us in form of from our competitors, such as strong community focus and niche market targeting. Constant innovation, stay ahead of competitors by continuously improving the platform and adding new features based on feedback from the market. You know, we know this, some of these other giants, yes, they've been there before us, but there's so many things they are not doing, we're already doing. Like we'll have a movie in our platform. So many of them do not have movies in their platform. So we can partner with Nollywood stars where the people we can turn it as a small, for a beginning, small Netflix in near us and making this affordable. I know so many of them are streaming their videos in YouTube, you know, but they can equally, so they have so many premium movies that they stream. They can come and partner with them, and some of all these things. We have so many other things within our platform that others are not doing, like courses. Yes, like we know LinkedIn, they have LinkedIn Learn where people sell their courses in LinkedIn, but some other giants, they do not have such. So we can have a hybrid of what other social media have. We can have everything in our own, making it more compelling. And these are some of the things we can target in terms of constant innovation. And regulatory challenges, compliance strategy, work closely with legal experts to ensure compliance with Nigerian regulation and proactively address all these potential issues. So we need to have a dedicated team that legal experts will be part of them to make sure we do not fault or we do not default in any way in terms of compliance and regulation. And then transparency with users, maintain open communication with users regarding data privacy and security, and build trust and credibility. Market saturation. There is no business that is not saturated today. Tell me that business, you want to venture it, and we have a lot of people there already. But when you come there, you distinguish yourself out. So niche targeting, focus on niche market that may be underserved by existing platform, creating tailored marketing strategies to capture this audience. Like this communication, this networking or partnering with local businesses, not just within the internet, but we need to come out, engage community users. So many of these other platforms are not doing that. We need to have it as our own niche. Quality over quantity. Rather than solely focusing on acquiring large number of users, emphasize on acquiring quality users who are engaged and are likely to contribute positively to the platform. So that is another strong point. And then changing customer behavior. Trend monitoring. Regularly monitor social media and market trend to adapt quickly to changing customer preference and behaviors. And then flexible strategy. Be prepared to pivot marketing strategies and platform feature based on user feedback and market dynamics. So by implementing these strategies, Nearas.com's strengths is weakness, seize opportunities, and effectively mitigate threats in its user acquisition efforts. So that is how we tackle all these challenges and prioritize our opportunities and strengthen our weakness. So thank you guys for your active participation, and we are going to end it here for tonight. And you see, I'm not going to ask any more questions because the class is very interactive. As we are presenting, we are capturing questions, and so with that, I don't think there is any need for more. But if you have any question based on my style, I will always give opportunity for one person to ask question. So, but if you don't have anybody with any question, then we are going to, I think we're happy to call it a night. Any question from anybody? Good. All right. Thank you, everyone. And see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice one.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.